Have you ever had a dream so big that it scared you? A dream that others told you was impossible? If you've ever felt that way, stick with me until the end of this story, because you're about to discover a powerful truth. In a small, forgotten corner of the world lived a young orphan girl named Leila. Leila had a special gift. She loved to draw, but her world was far from colorful. She had no canvas, no sketchbooks, not even a single clean sheet of paper. So, she drew on whatever she could find, scraps of old newspapers, discarded cardboard, and even the dusty ground. Her charcoal was a burnt stick from a long-dead fire. The people in her village would often see her, completely lost in her world of lines and shapes. They didn't understand. They would walk by, shaking their heads. "Leila, what are you doing?" some would ask. Their voices tinged with pity. Others were less kind. "Dreams won't feed you, little girl." They'd scoff. "Stop wasting your time on such foolishness. You should be learning a useful trade, something that will put bread on the table." Their words stung like little paper cuts on her heart. Sometimes doubt would creep into her mind, a cold shadow whispering that maybe they were right. Maybe her dreams were just silly fantasies. But then she would pick up her burnt stick, find a piece of newspaper, and the moment her hand started to move, the world would fade away. The joy, the peace, the sheer purpose she felt while drawing was her truth. It was a language only her soul could speak, and she refused to let anyone silence it. Leila believed in her dreams, even when no one else did. She held on to them tightly, like a precious secret. So, she kept drawing, day after day. She drew the faces of the people who mocked her, capturing the sadness in their eyes. She drew the stray dogs that roamed the streets, giving them a look of quiet dignity. She drew the sunrise as it painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, a daily promise of a new beginning. Her little corner became a gallery of hope, filled with images that spoke of a beauty others had long forgotten to see. One afternoon, a traveling teacher passed through the village. His car had broken down, and while he waited for it to be fixed, he wandered through the streets. That's when he saw her. Leila was sitting under a large tree, intensely focused on a piece of cardboard. The teacher, a man who had seen much of the world, stopped in his tracks. He wasn't just looking at a child's doodles, he was witnessing raw, undeniable talent. The lines were bold, the emotion was palpable. In those simple sketches, he saw a powerful story waiting to be told. He approached her gently, so as not to startle her. "Hello," he said with a warm smile. "What are you drawing?" Leila, shy and unaccustomed to kindness from strangers, simply showed him her work. The teacher's eyes widened. He saw not just skill, but a heart full of passion. He spent the rest of the afternoon talking with her, learning about her life and her unwavering dream. He saw the fire in her eyes and knew he had to help. He made a promise not just to Leila, but to himself. He would not let this incredible spark be extinguished. He sponsored her, using his own savings to enroll her in a proper art school in the city. Years flew by. The little girl with the burnt stick was transformed. She learned about colors, textures, and techniques she had only ever dreamed of. Her passion, once a small flame, now roared like a wildfire. She poured her entire life, her struggles, her hopes, and her unbreakable spirit onto the canvas. Eventually, Leila's art began to appear in galleries, first in her own country and then all over the world. Her paintings, which often depicted scenes from her childhood, touched the hearts of millions. People saw the resilience, the hope, and the profound message in her work. That beauty can be found in the most unlikely of places. She became a beacon of inspiration, a living testament to the power of believing in oneself. She used her fame and fortune to build schools and art centers for underprivileged children, ensuring that no child's dream would be dismissed as a waste of time ever again. Leila proved that dreams are not just fantasies, they are the blueprints for our future. It was her unwavering belief in her dream that carried her through the darkest of times and into a life beyond her wildest imagination. So, let me ask you, if you were Leila and the world was telling you to give up, what would you have done? Would you have listened to the doubters, or would you have listened to your heart? Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story inspired you, please don't forget to subscribe to World of Wonderful Stories for more tales that touch the soul. We'll see you next time.